First person singular, views expressed are those of the author. Sally Gray shares how her Brownie leader influenced her like a second mother.
I met Ruth Butler in the basement of her brick home when I joined Brownie Scouts. I was 7, and she was the Brownie leader, a role I wished my mother would fill, but she worked. A tall woman with a slight stoop, Mrs. Butler had lost an eye in her distant past before we children were born. Her glass eye often stared when her gaze should have been elsewhere. We thought quaint her habit of sniffing rabbit-like, never thinking of allergies. A doctor's wife, Ruth embodied elegance and style. Stephanie, the younger of her adopted daughters, became my best friend. She was petite and cute, with spindly arms and legs. I was a wild Tasmanian devil child, causing objects to fall and break in my vicinity. I wouldn't be surprised to learn of Ruth's concern when I started hanging around with Stephanie, but I got her daughter out and about, and that made me an acceptable companion. Ruth Butler civilized me. She taught me to sit with my knees together, to write thank you notes, to use my id-side voice, and a lot more. During college, one of my instructors invited me to dinner. Hearing echoes of Ruth Butler's admonitions, I dug out my copy of Emily Post and rehearsed proper etiquette for the pending engagement. Many of the other guests leaned their elbows on the table, used whatever cutlery they picked up, and talked as they chewed, while Mrs. Butler's acolyte followed the rules.
Sally Gray is a writer living in SoCal. If you would like to hear this or other pieces, go to ksqd.org/first-person-singular. This program was produced by Laura Monfils and Matilda Rand.